Our base resin suppliers are Montajot, Sally Polymers, Total Energies, and the brands are Lotrin, Marlex, Allstar, etc. The master batch supply is Cabot. We set a unique identity number for each batch of raw materials, which is consistent with the number of finished products and traceable products to ensure that each order has traceability. Our loading area is equipped with stainless steel dust screens and uninterrupted airflow to prevent flying insects and debris from mixing into the silo and causing local defects in the product. Two 35-ton and 15-ton stainless steel vacuum silos are installed, and the automatic weighing instrument and mixing device controlled by Siemens are electrically controlled, and the ratio error of resin and master batch is not more than 0.005%. The extruder with high-precision temperature control system is selected to ensure the perfect melting state and stable flow rate, and the 4,140 high-alloy steel rolls produced by refining, high-temperature forging, rough turning, heat treatment process of more than 160 hours of annealing. There are water circulation channels inside the rollers to control the temperature of the rollers and ensure the accuracy of product dimensions. All electrical units are made of Siemens products, which can achieve accurate readings and always monitor the quality of the products. Our engineers have more than 10 years of operating experience, and they pay close attention to the quality of the products every minute and every second, without allowing any problems to occur. The automatic thickness gauge red box detects the thickness of the product online 24 hours a day, and if the thickness exceeds the standard machine, the alarm will be sounded immediately. Online leakage detection equipment always detect whether the product has leakage. The production thickness range is 0.0 mm to 4 mm. The width range is 1,000 mm to 10,000 mm, and the length of each roll ranges from 30 meters to 150 meters. The color, thickness, smooth surface, and rough surface can be customized according to the different needs of customers. Thickness re-inspection, we take 10 points for each roll and measure the thickness in turn every 80 centimeters. Every 8 hours, we will attach traceability coding labels to the products sampled online and send them to the laboratory, where we will conduct 11 instrument tests, including physical and chemical. Strictly follow the standard inspection frequency of GM13. Test density, 5 items of tensile properties, right angle tear strength, puncture strength, environmental stress cracking resistance, and carbon black every 5 rolls. Weight is tested every 9 tons, and each formula is tested for 85 degrees centigrade oven aging. 91 days OIT, 1600 hours of UV irradiation standard and high pressure weight, and minus 70 degrees centigrade low temperature impact embrittlement performance. We keep samples for each order, and each sample is kept for 5 years to ensure that the products have complete traceability. The sample chamber is constantly expanding. Unlike our detection of melt index of raw materials, an important quality control tool for raw material range, inspect the flowability and processability of raw materials. We test each batch and keep a sample. Take 6 surfaces on the 8 meters film. Take the test pieces in the transverse in longitudinal directions on each surface, and measure for tensile properties on the electronic tensile testing machine. Yield strength M per millimeter, breaking strength M per millimeter, yield elongation percent, elongation at break percent, right angle tear strength N, puncture strength N. OIT is one of the important factors affecting the life of geomembrane products. Only with sufficient OTI can we ensure that the product will not degrade or crack during long-term use. OTI depends on the raw material. Thermal aging performance test. Forced ventilation thermal aging chamber test chamber. The geomembrane sample is hung in the aging test chamber to make the sample undergo thermal oxidative aging under the combined action of heat and oxygen. By measuring certain specific properties and their change rates before and after aging, the quality of the product's thermal oxidative aging resistance is determined. Each sample has a corresponding number and record. Carbon black content and carbon black dispersion are tested by high temperature pressing method. The sample is prepared into a thickness of 8 to 20 m. And areas are observed under a microscope, and the dispersion level is determined according to the carbon black dispersion map. Thermal gravimetric carbon black content detection. A certain amount of sample is purified at 550 plus 5 OC for about 45 minutes in a nitrogen flow and calcined at 900 plus or minus 5 OC. The carbon black content is calculated based on the mass difference before and after pyrolysis and calcination. UV intensity test. Simulate UV light, night, spray, simulate rain conditions. 1600 hours of high-intensity UV radiation at 340 nanometers wavelength. 75 degrees centigrade high temperature. Simulated day and night condensation, etc. Standard and high-pressure OIT retention values in harsh environments. We can record every data at all times to maintain high-density quality control. Environmental stress cracking resistance test and CTL method. The counterweight is manufactured strictly in accordance with EST MD 5397 standard. Environmental stress cracking resistance assembly specimens. Place the notch transfers in longitudinal dumbbell-shaped specimens in a high-temperature surfactant solution under constant low tension. Test and record the time it takes for the specimens to break. Our product indicators exceed the standard by 20%. We take environmental protection seriously and always put life and environment first. We produce ASTM standard products and have passed the certification of professional testing agencies such as TRI. Our product positioning takes Solmax and McAfee as the standard and model, and we contribute to the environment together. EarthShield, the last line of defense for environmental protection.